Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So let's talk about James Harden getting Doc Rivers fired. Lord knows James Harden probably half-assed the playoff, especially Game 6 and 7, and cost Doc Rivers his job. So apparently James Harden don't like Doc Rivers, don't like playing for him, and he said it's either Doc Rivers or me. And obviously they're going to choose the stars over the coach. That's a no-brainer. They never chooses a coach over a star or superstar. It just don't happen. So Doc Rivers got thrown under the bus. Nobody came to his rescue. And James Harden was a big catalyst and a major reason why Doc Rivers got fired. After 3 seasons in Philly, Doc is out of there. They parted ways, man, because James Harden was unhappy with Doc Rivers. He didn't want to play for him. Like it's Doc Rivers' fault that he's always choking in the playoff. It doesn't matter who James Harden plays for. It don't matter. Like, truthfully, you could bring any coach in there. It won't change the fact of the matter that he's not clutch. He don't show up in the playoff when you need him. He don't. It doesn't matter who's drawing up the X and O plays. You could get the best coach in there. When it matters the most, the players have to show up, and James Harden is unreliable. In the playoff, he's unreliable. Everybody knows he's a choke artist, and that's the fact of the matter. Whether you remove Doc Rivers and bring somebody else in, it won't change the fact that you have the same personnel. James Harden is a choke artist. He never shows up in big moments, and Joel Embiid is not that guy. He's good for the regular season. He'll put up all these numbers, 30, 40, but playoff time, he shrinks. So they both shrinks. And come on, man, you know Daryl Morey's going to get rid of Doc Rivers. James Harden is his guy. Let's be real. We all know this. James Harden is Daryl Morey's guy. So if James Harden is happy, he's going to get rid of Doc to hold on to James Harden. So James Harden pulled a basic, it's either him or me. And with his relationship with Morey, the whole situation, of course they're going to X Doc out. On top of that, who knows? They could have had this all planned. James and Morey could have had this all planned since the beginning of the season or the playoff. You never know. They could have both had this all planned to get Doc out of there. I'm not surprised. So look at James Harden to decline his player option in search of a long-term contract. So from league sources, James Harden and Doc Rivers, their relationship fell apart during the playoff. How did it get this bad to where you want this guy fired or I don't want to play for him anymore? For someone to feel like that, that means the situation got really nasty. It got really bad. For a player to be like, I don't want to play for this coach anymore. I want him out of here. Once it gets to that level, it's serious. Like, they definitely didn't get along or there was a lot going on. The Sixers and Daryl Morey intended on re-signing James Harden. They want to keep Harden, so this was a no-brainer. It's not like it was a hard decision. They're trying to hold on to Harden. And if removing Doc is what is needed in order to do that, that's what they're going to do. That is what most organization is going to do regarding the stars and superstars. Doc was doomed, man. He was in a bad situation as far as how things ended, and it's a sad situation, man. He went out like that, but if the stars don't want you or they don't like you or you are not getting along, if the main players are unhappy, that's what's going to happen. But the fact of the matter is, this won't change who James Harden is. He's a choke artist who doesn't show up in the biggest moments. And it doesn't matter who's coaching him. It's the same situation. He's not going to show up when you need him the most. And that is what it is. It did surprise me in 2 games in the Boston series. I'm not going to lie, he surprised me. But that was an aberration because James Harden usually don't show up. So he gave you 2 good games. And that was it. All we needed was one more good game from James Harden, and they could have possibly won. On the flip side of things, Joel Embiid was shocked. Regarding Doc Rivers being fired, he was shocked. Because him and Doc, they have a pretty good relationship. They're pretty close. There's no drama between Joel Embiid and Doc, so he was surprised to find out Doc Rivers got fired. The Sixers have a big list of candidates to replace Doc, which includes Mike Bud, which I wouldn't hire. He's not a good coach. I'm sorry. He's not the worst, but he's just not good. Frank Vogel. I'll give Frank Vogel a chance. Why not? Philly assistant coach Sam Cassell definitely should get a chance. Sam should have already been a coach or got a shot at being a head coach. It's insane that Sam Cassell have never gotten a shot. That's crazy, but I think they should give him a chance, see what he could do. Give him a shot. You already know, former Rockets head coach Mike D'Antoni. If Mike D'Antoni gets hired by the 76ers, I wouldn't be surprised. Daryl Morey, James Harden, would you be surprised? I wouldn't be surprised. This could have all been premeditated plan from the beginning of the season. Let's get Doc Rivers out of there so we could bring in Mike D'Antoni. We have James Harden. Daryl Morey's running the situation. We have PJ Tucker. Let's rebuild Houston in Philly with Joel Embiid. We'll see what happens, who they hire as the next head coach. But if it's Mike D'Antoni, I would not be surprised. One bit. I wouldn't. It's a dirty game, man. But, Doc will land another job. He's a great coach. He's a Hall of Fame coach. Doc will be fine. But as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share. Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.